So when y'all are ready, go ahead and take a moment, get comfortable. Close your eyes with me for a few minutes. Drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders, drop your worries. Wouldn't it be great if there was just someone you could pay, you just drop your worries on them? Here's my bag of worries. I'm going for a run. uh, okay. But they're there for a reason. And when we meditate, we never know what's going to arise. When we were meditating in the cave in India, I let everyone just have their experience and asked them to let whatever wanted to arise, arise. All the different locations we meditated. And so, just as your breathing starts to slow down, as you start to get here a little bit more, notice your body can be a little bit heavier, just ground you. And when we were in India, they showed us this wheel of life. On the wheel of life, there's animals, plants, people, gods and goddesses, all the different various possible incarnations. And they were showing us that the gods and goddesses were too busy fighting or maybe even enjoying being immortal to worry about enlightenment. And the animals weren't quite conscious of enough yet to search for enlightenment, and that to be a human being and to be on the path of awakening and enlightenment, to find yourself in the truth, a very special place to be. And part of our experience of mortality, that we don't have much time, that life is constantly changing on us, and that there's suffering. All of that helps wake us up. Otherwise, if you had infinite amount of time, why would you try or do work or cherish your relationships? So in the Buddha's awakening, he realized we're mortal. We have limited time. And he decided, I'm going to leave the palace and go find the truth. And so what seems like the thing that causes our suffering is also the same thing that is the impetus, for our awakening. So if you've been mulling around something that's been bothering you, wishing it would go away, instead, maybe in meditation, you can just let it be here and help facilitate whatever next step of your awakening you're working on. It could be releasing something from the past, letting go of some attachment, healing some trauma, anxiety about the future. So let yourself just start to anchor into this moment, even if there's a storm of emotion or energy or thought. Just be here. The core of meditation, whether it's Buddhist or the work we do or any other meditation, is seeing things clearly as they are. And that's what we do when we come behind our eyes and we open up, we awaken that mind's eye. Through the mind's eye is how we see things clearly as they are. Through the crown chakra, we know things directly as they are. Sometimes in Buddhism, they call it isness, just like the word isness, or suchness, things as they are. So just right now, see if you can just let things be as they are. And in letting things be as they are, that includes letting you be as you are. Let yourself be as you are. Maybe you can allow some of that pressure to always have to change or be better start to just melt off of you. It's a pretty annoying, consistent pressure that most of us feel. I'm not quite good enough yet. And you could just have your awareness behind your eyes in the center of your head. Let your body be nice and grounded. And from here, we can start to have some insight. And let's just take a moment and see if there is one thing that's been kind of top of your energy or mind that's been around you that's just wanting some attention or some acknowledgement. And just say hello to it for a moment. Just notice the energy of it. Notice that maybe need for an answer or for a resolution. It's a natural human need, but at the same time, see if you can allow some of that energy to relax. And just notice if, as you sit here right now with me, as you're here with things the way they are instead of the way you want them to be, let's close that gap a little bit more. The difference between the way things are and the way you want them to be. Usually, the way you want them to be, there's some form of resistance. I want things to end, or I don't want things to end. I want things to change, or I don't want things to change. Let's see if we could just take a moment, let some of the resistance melt off, and just be with the energy as it is. In Buddhism, they would call that being equanimous or having equanimity. In energy work, we would just call it neutrality, but just being with things as they are. And then as you are in this space, if there is a shift from neutrality that wants to happen, then it happens without effort and without resistance. Maybe there's just a shift of perspective, a shift of energy, an insight. Just notice that shift. When you meet energy, some energy you're working on with awareness, that's when it shifts. When you come at it from an unconscious reactive place, that's when you just feed it and it solidifies. So you just give it some space. Just be with it and give it space. In Buddhism, they would call space emptiness. In energy work, we just call it space, spaciousness. But you meet it with awareness and spaciousness. And as you do, it starts to just shift. Just one more moment here with it. Notice any shift, any insight, even if it's just a piece, doesn't have to be the whole thing. You might just know your next step or one layer of energy. And just ground that energy for now, whatever you're working on. This is part of your awakening, part of your spiritual path. It's not an accident. It's not a punishment. It's not a distraction. It's not just someone else being evil. It's there's more. There's something deeper to it. In some way, you probably called it into your life. So just honor it. You can gently bow to it, show it some gratitude. And then for now, you can just put it on the side or let it go. You can come back to it anytime. Just bring your awareness back onto yourself. Take a nice big deep breath. And then slowly, at your own pace, you can open your eyes, stretch. Whoa. Okay. Good job, everyone.